Yo, I ain't heard this in a grip, son. Working on a new joint. And I just happened to come across this.
And for the crew, we the dudes with all the bangers. We don't ever watch the news cause we don't do this for the paper. We ain't need no attention cause we do this for the savior. We used to have the friends, but now the dudes becoming haters. Oh well, doing music over here. Feeling like I'm Chewy Fook over here.
I thought I was so cold for that. I was like, I'm getting signed. Listen to Amber. Your castle right here. Man, I dropped this years ago. And I still remember these words. I thought we made it after this, yo. I remember, listen, y'all. I remember I literally, let me turn my car off. So, after I made that, actually, pause back. Castle Lee made that beat. When I first heard it, I said, this joint is a radio joint. I can't remember how. I can't remember how. But I somehow got, this is weird, how I just jumped from that to this. But I literally got onto a radio show. Going from sitting at the crib, writing these lyrics in my drawers, to be standing there while it's playing on the radio. I remember when we was recording joints in his mama crib in his closet, with the pop filter being pantyhose on a hanger. And listen, I want to be clear. I don't want to come across as conceited. If you know me, you know that, but some people may be watching this, don't know me as a person. I'm not saying I got myself there. I was put there, and I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. So I'm unashamed of that. I believe God was kind of just progressing me and moving me forward as I was doing the things He wanted me to do. He just showed me through those actions that, like, anything's possible. He showed me that I was more than what I thought I was at that time. I'm really excited about what's coming up. I'm going to try to get released 2017. It's going to be called Moving Forward. I picked that name, and I spelled it the way I spelled it. If you see how I spelled it, you'll see what's going on. But here's a backdrop. Back in the day, which was not that long ago, but still back in the day, I used to go by the name Chewy Valentine. And until I got to a point in my life where I had to make some transition. Now I'm Third Sherman. The reason I changed my name is because I wanted to start over. Music sounds a little different. The message is a little bit more matured, beaten up. Moving forward is spelled, the forward is spelled Foreward. And if you know anything about books, you realize that when a book has a forward, that's how it's written. And I did that on purpose. Here's why. I had a project I was coming out with called The Book of Valentine. Now, what we were just listening to was a CD I made before that called The Prologue. It was going to be The Prologue and The Book of Valentine. Now, the reason I quit Book of Valentine was because I came to the revelation that I have no place trying to say that I write my own story. I decided to quit rapping for a minute and get myself together. I was prepared to leave it in the past and let that be something I used to do. Forwards are the beginning of a book that is generally not written by the author. God is writing my story, and I'm living these days through that pen He's writing with. That I tried to make this album twice. I make a lot of the beats too. So it was that. I written the tracks. I memorized them. I was in there recording some even. I did all that and scrapped it twice. But here's the thing. I was trying to do things about God without God. And nobody was telling me to stop. So God stopped me. Because all y'all know what He wants done is going to happen regardless. He don't need us. He uses us for our sake. Here's why this is called moving forward. Moving forward is a play on words. I'm moving forward as in I'm progressing. I'm moving past a lot of things in my life, and I'm progressing in a lot. But I'm also a moving forward as a person. I'm also an evolving beginning. As God keeps working on me, things are going to continue to change, and things are going to continue to move. Now, the forward is not the story. The forward is the forward. I'm talking about what the author is doing in my life, and that's it. And that is a huge difference between what I was doing before and what I'm doing right now. So get ready, because it's finna go down. And here's why it's finna go down. Because when you work with God for things that are helping his kingdom and building his kingdom, he's gonna bless that, and things are gonna move. Things are going to move forward. And I'm just as excited as anybody else is, because I'm living this. I watched the past. I lived the past. Our reason why the past, quote unquote, is the past, quote unquote. So I need to see this too. I'm reading this. That's why I couldn't write it, because I'm reading it simultaneously. You can't read a book and be surprised for a book you've written yourself. Let God write your story, and that's what he's doing with me. That's why I try to lay myself down every day and let God be in control of what I do. I pray every morning, God, let your will be done. God help me. God help me. God help me, because I'm not dumb enough no more to say I'm doing anything. When I say it's going down, it's going down. Here's another thing, though. Part 2 of that is, here come the enemy. I'm going through a lot, dealing with a lot. I'm sure maybe more will come. But like my homegirl D said,
it sounds to me like you walking into your purpose. That's what I see, or how I perceive it. And I thoroughly believe, I get everything that she's saying, I thoroughly believe that every problem that anybody has, this world, whatever, it all comes down to spiritual problems. We all have a spiritual man and a natural man. One is just stronger than the other. And if your natural man is stronger than your spiritual man, if the devil, the adversary, or whatever has you where he wants you, he's not going to bother you much. But the fact that you are walking into your purpose, I believe, that's when he's going to attack you. If he got you where he wants you, he don't need to bother you. He's going after those that he sees is getting stronger. Those people that whose spiritual man is getting stronger, who's walking into their purpose, who's doing what God wants them to do, because he's losing you. So he's like, oh my gosh, I gotta get him. Oh my gosh, Sherman is going forward. He walked to the purpose. I gotta get him. I gotta attack him at, any point that I can. I gotta attack him. But if you wasn't doing all this, if you were still just, doing what you was doing before and fell back into who you used to be, he wouldn't bother you much. Because, he has you where he wants you. Make a fool out of the devil. Make a fool out of that stupid beast.
And I believe that. I'm going to hold on to God like I've been doing, and that's going to help me day to day, because God's for real. And you may not be convinced of that through no YouTube channel. You're probably watching this on some screen that's going to be filled with something else in a few minutes. But make a choice. And I'm choosing Team God.